everyone, I'm here today with my Reading Rush TBR. Nothing like leaving it to the last minute. The Reading Rush starts wherever you are on the 22nd of July. And that is exactly, not that exactly actually, in about 8 and just over a half hour's time from me filming this now. By the time this goes live, that's an even shorter amount of time. So very last minute. If you haven't yet heard about the Reading Rush, you must be on a different planet, but it's running from the 22nd to the 28th in whatever time zone you are in, from the moment it strokes midnight. So this used to be called the Booktubeathon. I've taken part most years, although I'm usually a bit of a failure at actually doing many of the challenges. The website this time around has got me hooked because I want to get all the badges. I'll leave my profile linked in the description down below if you want to check out my profile, add me as a friend, stalk my reading throughout the week. I'm also going to be vlogging all week and then uploading a weekly vlog next week for this readathon, all just to try and help keep me motivated, because you've seen how rubbish I've been this year at reading, at recording. So let's get on to the challenges. Challenge 1 is to read a book with purple on the cover. I was a bit stuck with this. I considered cheating and using my Kindle because it's got a purple cover. And I was like, this is purple, isn't it? It's a lilac-y kind of purple, I think. This is I Owe You One by Sophie Kinsella. I'm a big Sophie Kinsella fan, and I picked this up relatively recently, and I was like, perfect excuse to read my brand new book. It's quite a long one for a readathon, I feel, for me, 400 pages, but shouldn't take too long to fly through. A little bit of light, fluffy reading here, and the weather's meant to be quite nice this week too, so it would be the perfect weather to just sit down with a really relaxing, easy read. The second challenge is to read a book in the same spot, and I haven't decided which book I'm going to do this with yet, because for the main, I only really read in a couple of spots anyway. I'm either on my sofa, or I'm in bed, or I'm at work. There are a few exceptions, but I'm just going to go with it, and you can see in my reading vlog which book ends up kind of completing this challenge. Number 3 is to read a book you meant to read last year. I could pick so many different books for this. I have an endless supply of options. But I've decided to go for a shorter read to help me get through some of the other future challenges, and this is Sweet Tooth Volume 1 by Lemire. I picked this up quite recently too, thanks to Kindle Unlimited, and it's a graphic novel, so it should be quite quick for me to breeze through. I first heard about this book maybe 3 years plus ago, so I've been meaning to get to it for a long time, and now I have an excuse to make me pick it up. Next is to read an author's first book. For this one, I could potentially even just switch the book in for the previous challenge too, because it also works for that, because I've picked Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The moment I finished The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo last year, I wanted to just read all of her books, in order quite frankly, if I could. And I never got around to doing that. I've since read Daisy Jones and also loved that. And so I'm really feeling that itch to just check out her other work. So this one is her first novel, I think, I'm pretty sure. I did try and do my research before just plucking it off my TBR. And I can't wait to get stuck into this one. It might be the first book I read for the readathon. The moment it strikes midnight tonight, I might get on that one. Challenge number 5 is to read a book with a non-human main character. I've got a couple of options that kind of work for this. So in Sweet Tooth, again, the book from one of the other challenges, the main character in that seems to be like part human, part, what is he, like deer or something? I mean, look at the cover. He's part something, so he's not really technically human, is he? Meanwhile, another book that I'm planning on reading this week, something happens in this which means that the main character isn't human. For part of it at least. So both of those count, so we'll see which I end up reading, hopefully both. Challenge number 6 is to pick a book with 5 or more words in the title. I actually struggled more than you'd expect for this one, because I've got books that I want to be reading in the up and coming months, and I was like, nope, 4, nope, 4, nope, 4. It was really starting to get irritating, and then I found this one. So this is The End of the Line by Gary Williams. I can't remember what this one's about at all, but it's 5 words because you are allowed to use the. Challenge number 7 is to read a book and then watch the movie of said book too, which is why I've picked The Witches by Roald Dahl. I've reread this relatively recently. I think I might have read it in like December or something, but I'm up for another reread of this just because I've been really wanting to rewatch the movie for it. It's on Netflix, winner, and the only way I can sort of justify taking time out from reading to watch Netflix is if I can link it into a challenge like this, and I've been wanting to rewatch it for so long, so yay. There's also a bonus challenge to read 7 books. I've got 5 books on this TBR, but I've got loads of other options for graphic novels and short books to pick out that you again can see the progress of in my reading vlog. If I get that far. Previous years would suggest I won't get that far, so there's no point me even mentioning my possible options. So yes, that's my TBR for this week. If you are participating in the Reading Rush, let me know what books you've got on your TBR. I'd love to have a little nosy. It's always great fun looking at what everyone else is going to read for a readathon, isn't it? But thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!